Let's take a look at two different depreciation methods that use the same set of facts. We're going to look at how to depreciate a delivery van under both the straight line and double declining balance methods. So we've got this delivery van. Our total cost, purchase price, sales tax, all of our other initial one-time expenses are $18,000. And the van is expected to have a salvage or residual value of $1,500. That just simply means, what do we, after the end of the useful life, what can we sell the van for? And we are expected to use the van for 5 years. Further information, we are to assume that the truck was, what was a van up here, and now it's a truck. I'm confused. Assume that the truck or van was purchased on January the 1st of 2019. Compute the depreciation expense for 2020, its second year under each of the following depreciation methods. Well, that's fine. We can certainly do that. So let's see here now. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a formula here, right? So for straight line, we're going to take the cost minus the salvage value, and we're going to divide that by useful life. All right, so we just take $18,000, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to subtract that $1,500 salvage value. And so with straight line depreciation, this is something we have to do. So our depreciable base is not going to be equal to cost. All right, so we've got our depreciable base here. We're going to divide that by the useful life of 5 years. And if we do that, we're going to end up, let's see here now, 16,500 divided by 5 gives us $3,300. And because this is the straight line method, we can go ahead and note that this is the answer. It will not matter which year they ask us for under straight line depreciation, because it's going to be $3,300 for each year, right? And so that is our answer. Now the double declining balance is a little bit different. So we've got the depreciable base. This is our formula. And we're going to divide that by the useful life. Okay. Let's see here. And then we're going to essentially multiply that by 2. So let's see if we can do that then. We've got, but here's the difference though. Our depreciable base initially is going to be the 18,000 when we use the double declining balance. So let's take 18,000, okay, and we're going to divide that by 5. So if we do that, let's go ahead and get rid of that. 18,000 divided by 5 equals 3,600. And now we're going to multiply that by 2 equals $7,200. However, this $7,200 is for year 1. This is for the year 2019. Okay, so here's the thing. Let me close that off there. So for double declining balance, this part of the formula is going to change each year. So what we have to do is we have to come up with a new depreciable base. In year 1, under the double declining balance method, the cost will be the depreciable base. We don't have to mess with this salvage value at all. Okay. But in the second year, we're going to reduce that by the amount of depreciation that we took in the first year. Okay. And so our new depreciable base for year 2 is going to be $10,800. And now we're going to do the exact same thing that we did before, but we're going to get a very different number. We're going to divide by 5, and that's going to give us 2,160, and we're going to multiply that by 2. And that gives us depreciation expense year 2 of $43.20. Okay, $43.20. So we've answered the question and everything, but as you're trying to learn this on a slightly deeper level, you should note that with the straight line depreciation method, after 2 years, we've taken $6,600 of depreciation because it's the same amount every year. In this case, it's $3,300, right? And it's always going to be $3,300. You could make a very, very strong argument that something like a delivery van should probably be depreciated by the double declining balance. In the first couple of years of this van's life, there's probably not going to be a tremendous difference in the amount of utility that we get out of it. But certainly by year 3, it would probably be inappropriate to be taking the same amount of depreciation that we took in year 1 and even in year 2. So double declining balance is really, quite honestly, a better method, at least for a delivery van, as it pertains to the matching principle. And the matching principle says that we match expense to the same period where the corresponding revenues were earned. So it makes sense that this delivery van is going to help us earn revenues much better earlier in its useful life, years 1, year 2, certainly than it's going to be able to do in years 3, 4, and 5. So just food for thought. Again, for the exercise itself, we have our answers: $3,300 for year 2 under the straight line, or any other year for under straight line, and $43.20 for year 2, given the fact pattern we were provided. Okay, that's it for this video.